We're inching ever closer to the gaveling in of tonight's session. Tom Llamas joins us live now from the floor to give us the latest on what's happening down there. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Good evening, guys. The big story tonight, obviously, we now know what happened with that Melania Trump speech. A Trump aide, someone very close to the family, admitting that she worked on the speech with Melania, and Melania had told her she really admired Michelle Obama, and some passages were exchanged, and those passages, nearly word for word, made it into Melania's speech. Now, this woman, Mrs. MacGyver, asked to resign. She apologized to the Trump family, to Mrs. Obama, but Donald Trump telling George Stephanopoulos tonight that he's not going to accept her resignation because they have a long relationship. They've worked on books together, and he knows that she's a good person, and it's just a mistake. And according to George, Trump obviously wants to move on, but he landed today in Cleveland, and he landed right into this fiasco, which has almost taken over his convention. This has now been the lead story 3 nights out of 4 here at the convention hall. Tonight, Governor Mike Pence will take the stage. We expect Donald Trump to be with him there. We'll also hear from Senator Ted Cruz, who I'm very excited to hear from because Cruz and Trump have had a very interesting relationship. First, they were besties, then they were frenemies, and then they were full-on enemies when Donald Trump went after Ted Cruz's wife, and then he went after Ted Cruz's dad, trying to link him to the JFK assassination. I've never seen Ted Cruz erupt like he did that day when Donald Trump made those comments. And I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Donald Trump asked him to speak at this convention. I'd love to know what he promised him or if there was a deal struck there, because Ted Cruz was so upset with Donald Trump. He wished he'd be giving the speech here to be the Republican nominee. He ran the most organized campaign in this cycle. He was the most disciplined on the Republican side. He really worked hard for that nomination, but it was so hard to beat Donald Trump. I actually saw Rafael Cruz, Ted Cruz's father, here a couple nights ago, so the Cruz family is here, and I'm really going to be listening closely to that speech to see if, one, he endorses. Many people think he will not use the E word as it's been described to me. And 2, what his message is, because everyone knows in 2020, Ted Cruz wants to run for president.
All right, ABC's Tom Llamas on the story the whole way through. He'll be on the floor tonight on ABC News Digital, on ABC News on the network, on Facebook. You're everywhere, Tom.